Hello, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh, and I've spent the last 2 hours collecting the latest news on Corona and other events across California and the nation. So here we go. And this ranges from San Francisco to Los Angeles to Miami to New York to Chicago to Denver. I did not get into Boston because after 2 hours of staring at the screen, I'm tired. All right, first we'll go to Colorado. Wildfire prompts evacuations near Conifer. California U.S. Senator Gardner self-quarantines after contact with corona-positive person. Senator has no symptoms. Today's show, Savannah Guthrie says she will host show from her basement. This has to be the first time a presumptive liberal actually is in the basement. Al Roker did his weather report from his laptop in his kitchen, much like Joe Chiaffi does. Colorado gun sales surge after the corona outbreak. Crazy Bernie proposes $2,000 a month corona payment. Ottawa Senator NHL team confirms player is first to get corona in the NHL. Denver restaurants lay off hundreds after bar and restaurant ban, which will last 2 months. Denver winter storm watch issued, snow and wind possible late Wednesday. Illinois activates National Guard. First death from corona. 22 are stricken at the Care Acute facility where the woman lived. Chicago's Midway Traffic Control Tower closing after 3 workers test positive. A crazy woman at a Hialeah, Florida Walmart fights cops screaming, "I want water," as they grapple with her, and she yells they have coronavirus as she's hauled out to the parking lot. She was fighting over 2 6-packs of water. Haiti shuts down border over corona. JetBlue suspends flights. Thousands recently attended Miami Gay Festival. Several tested positive for corona. University of Miami reports presumptive case at medical campus. Total cases in Florida rise to 216. Florida announces 1 death, 5 new cases. Second Orthodox rabbi in Southside tests positive. In New York, Governor Cuomo says New York State will need 100,000 hospital beds when corona peaks. The state is short 15,000 ventilators. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut ban crowds more than 50 gyms and dining out. New York and New Jersey mobilize National Guard. The tri-state to close all schools. 1,000 plus corona cases in the tri-state area. New York suspends payments on student loans. Trump should do the same. Newark, New Jersey finds mystery woman who went to hospital, gave false name, tested positive for corona. The mayor made a plea for her to turn herself in, and now they're investigating her movements. New York City death toll goes to 10,923 confirmed cases. State sees 100 confirmed cases just on Tuesday. Here in California, Governor Newsom bans electric, gas, water, phone, and cell phone shutoffs because of corona. Asks banks to stop foreclosures and evictions. Nationally, United States gives taxpayers 90 additional days to pay taxes you still have to file on April 15th. And by the way, the state of California says you still have to pay your rent to landlords. Just a moment, I'm lost here. Coronavirus is disrupting primary voting. 50 new cases were confirmed this evening in Los Angeles County now. Ventura County orders seniors 75 years or older to stay at home. Orange County bans gatherings, closes bars and theaters. This is all in California. 20 cases reported. Third person dies in Riverside County. 2 new cases confirmed. San Bernardino County closes bars, theaters, and gyms after 3rd corona death. Drivers in Delaware Valley, New Jersey, and elsewhere see gas prices plummet. Average price New Jersey is $2.39 a gallon. Teaneck, New Jersey, on quarantine after new corona outbreak. Stores are emptied of shelves. In Oakland, California, the Grand Lake Theater closes due to corona, and that puts nasty marquee notice saying the end of President Trump. Idris Elba, actor, declare test positive for corona, no symptoms so far. Here in California, health experts say do not flush paper towels and disposable wipes down the toilet. It will clog them. In a story that made me laugh, they're doing it to keep businesses open, but we know the priorities here. New York is going to allow bars to sell takeout booze. Who would have thought? World Health Organization says 2 staffers have tested positive. Many health workers and ambulance drivers around the United States are getting corona. Santa Clara, California police officer tests positive. Tom Hanks and Rita Williams released from the hospital. Hanks says he has a slight fever. California courts cancel and delay hearings. Contra Costa and Sonoma counties closing courthouse for 2 weeks. Santa Clara County suspends all non-essential operations for 3 weeks. The Diocese of Oakland suspends masses. Amazon announces it will limit items suppliers can send to its warehouses for 3 weeks. Says it's doing so it can fill warehouses with toilet paper, hand sanitizers, and high-demand items. U.S. movie theaters close 40,000 locations. And Disney opened a movie, I think it was Frozen 2, online early. Researchers say corona is naturally occurring virus and not made in weapons lab. Many do not believe this. Target to close at 9 o'clock and reserve time for seniors and most vulnerable, and will continue to limit purchases. Other stores are doing the same. Georgia Pacific working to keep up with toilet paper demand. Company says a 2-person household should use 9 double rolls or 5 mega rolls in 2 weeks. 4-person household would need 17 double rolls or 9 mega rolls to last 2 weeks. San Francisco streets are empty except for homeless after lockdown. Police are no longer issuing tickets to the homeless. They are seeking out active corona patients. There was a run on Bay Area pot dispensaries before the 9-county lockdown. All 9 counties in the Bay Area are locked down. 329 corona cases in San Francisco Bay Area, 34 in Contra Costa County, where I live. Uber stops carpools in SF Bay Area and nationwide. A store shortage caused a wine bottle fight in a San Francisco Safeway. Pot dispensaries allowed to stay open in San Francisco despite corona shutdowns. So we know at the priority of San Francisco, you got to have your pot. Vice President Pence says thousands of test kits will be available in coming weeks. China is sending first probe to Mars. Hope they don't infect Mars too. Brothels are taking added precautions as corona leaves industry limp. Queen Elizabeth is leaving London. Okay, let's see. New York mayor says prepare for shelter, will make decision shelter in place within 48 hours. Amazon is to prioritize essential household and medical supplies. Amazon to hire 100,000 new workers. Jeff Bezos has been in contact with President Trump on the crisis. Safeway and other stores are also hiring. Oregon police asked people to stop calling 911 because they ran out of toilet paper. Let's see. Tesla says it cannot operate its factory because of Bay Area corona lockdown, and county says Tesla factory may have to shut down because it's considered a non-essential business. Kansas closes all schools through the end of the year. Well, first we have guns, now hunting gear. Dick's Sporting Goods pulling hunting gear from 440 plus locations. They have a crazy anti-gun liberal CEO. Gas prices in some states could go down to 99 cents a gallon due to corona. Kids, I don't remember where this was, but kids went into their mother's stash of 18 rolls of toilet paper. They filled the bathtub full of water with all their toys and threw all the toilet paper in the bathtub, thus ruining it. There's a video online about that. Ireland closed all pubs before St. Patrick's Day. A New York police officer tested positive. 17 police were sent home. Ford and GM report first corona deaths. Vail and Altura ski resorts closed 49 ski areas. So did the ones in Las Vegas in that area. Kroger now limiting the amount of toilet paper people can buy. Costco remains open, will limit the amount of people allowed in. Store places limits the numbers of items that can be purchased and tells people to do social distancing. Italy now reports it has 1/3 of the world's corona deaths. 31,506 cases, 3,506 new cases, 2,503 have died. A new study in China reports that 88%, or 6 out of 7, people with corona cases were not reported. They did not report to the government. New study says corona can live on cardboard boxes, virus can live airborne for hours, and on surfaces for days. Health officials say corona infection risk rises with smoking or vaping. Australia's Prime Minister tells citizens not to travel overseas. And in case you're wondering, I'm reading this off of the news section of the guy from Pittsburgh Paranormal News forum, where I've posted stuff on this since the outbreak occurred. Videos and stories and links. Oh, and actor Stuart Whitman has died at 92 of skin cancer. He played in the Comancheros with John Wayne, many television shows and movies. Hawaii's governor asked tourists to stay away for 30 days. Washington State pandemic, whatever you want to call it, continues to go like wildfire. They declare 1,102 infected, 108 new cases yesterday, 54 dead, with 6 new deaths yesterday. The governor shut down bars, restaurants, except for takeout, limits gatherings to less than 50 people. New York Governor Cuomo says corona peak will be 45 days. Florida governor criticizes spring break kids for not keeping social distancing. Why did not ban the practice for now? I think that's idiotic. They're all showing up at the beaches. They should have ordered the beaches closed and told the kids to stay home. My farm administrator, Justin, reports 50 corona cases now in Minnesota. Store shelves are emptying at unheard of rates, thousands of percent of normal sales. He continues to work in his supermarket so people can live and eat, and is trying to prepare his supermarket for Passover, the huge Passover business. And that is interesting because Passover is a crowd and family event normally. So I don't know what's going to happen to Passover this year. I've heard no cancellations of Seders anywhere. Okay. Nevada governor orders all casinos to close for 30 days, bars, non-essential businesses, urges people to stay home. All southern Nevada cities declare state of emergency. Gun shops in Las Vegas report people buying guns like crazy. Mnuchin says Trump wants to send out corona stimulus checks now, but more likely in 2 weeks. Treasury will not extend income tax filing deadline, but will waive fees for payments for taxes owed for 90 days. West Virginia became the 50th state to report its first corona case, now in all 50 states, more than Texaco. Happy belated St. Patrick's Day to all of you. I got busy with my medical cancellation. I hope your families, friends, and coworkers stay safe and are well. 6,362 corona cases in the U.S., 108 dead. This is as of yesterday from corona, 12 in California. All 9 Bay Area counties are on lockdown. California National Guard on alert. Sacramento Arden Fair Mall, which I went to many times. I lived in Sacramento for 10 years. Closes due to corona. Governor says public schools may stay closed till the end of the year. Sacramento substitute teacher dead of corona. He attended church services and 5 became infected, and a woman who went to that church died. And, one more thing. Greenland reported first corona cases, and the hospitals in the Bay Area are telling people to stay home. No in-person doctor's visits. They're stopping any non-necessary surgery, and they're sending workers home. They're going to do video visits with your doctor. So that's all the news I have for now. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Stay safe and be well. Have a great night. It is 2:33 in the morning Pacific Coast time. Bye-bye for now.